Welcome back, guys. So in this video, we are going to conclude our for loop and function demo. We have left the last loop, which is in loop, and what it in loops does, it actually get the list or sequence of value, and it iterates into that list. So we normally call it in loop, right? So where we actually iterate the list array, or or the container which has multiple value, and at each iteration we pick one value from the list, we iterate till, and we continue until unless we finish all those values, because we are working on the bash scripting, and we are working on the OS level. So a couple of scenarios which we can look into are some of these scenarios that are very relevant are looping around the file. So for example, if we want to iterate or we want to perform some action on particular file, so that's where the in loop comes very handy. So you can see in here that what I'm doing, I'm just using my variable, and what I'm asking bash to go and iterate all the text files, which has all the files which has the .txt extension. Star is representing get all the file from the current directory. So keep in mind, it's only going to actually get your file from the current directory, right? So from the current directory, it take all those files which have the .txt extension, and at this stage, I'm just only putting the file name. You know what I can do, just to keep them interesting, I'm just going to can display the content of the file on the screen, right? So that will be more interesting, right? So that's the inner loop. So let's run this function, which is called in loop, and you can see if you want to execute the in loop, we need to pass the value as a command line argument as in loop. So let's go, and instead of sequence, let's do in loop. So you can see we have two files. Let me quickly show you. We have two files, and even the yeah. So you can see we have two files, and now I think now I can run it again to just show you. So we have two files. The first file you can see bash demo.txt, and that we have created in our previous video. And then we have welcome.txt, that's another file. So we have two files, right? So for example, if I just create another file, for example, sample3.txt, and welcome to amazing operation, right? So let me just close it up. Now let me just run it. So again, let me just clear the screen. See, so you can see now we have three files, and now if I run my in loop, you're gonna see, so it is displaying three, right? So you can see we have first file bash demo, we have second file sample3.txt, which we have just created, and then we have welcome.txt, which is the third file. Now I'm going to do something interesting. So for example, instead of passing one loop, one command line argument, if I want to pass more than one command line argument, so how we are going to handle it? So let me just let's come in here. And now what I'm going to do, if we want to pass more than one argument, all I need to do, that's it, right? So each command line argument that's going to come in here and received by this executing handler, and this executing handler function, it's going to actually get all the argument in that sequence variable, and through that we can get it, and we can use it into our function. So now I'm going to, instead of passing one argument, I'm going to pass two arguments. So let's see. So in loop, and before that, let me just just part counting. So you can see we have counting. So we have counting function executed first, and then we have the in loop. So I can just do it here. And what I can do, I can you know so you can see we count, and then we have executed sequence. So that's how you can actually execute multiple function with the command line argument. So there are many possibilities. Really depends what kind of requirements you are addressing and what kind of functionality you are trying to achieve. So that's all about function, looping, and if condition. I believe you like all these concepts, and because they are going to be very handy, especially once you code or your infrastructure, which is a very famous concept these days, infrastructure as a code, because these scripts help you really build powerful scripts to control your infrastructure, not only from dev perspective, but also from the production perspective. So please feel free to put any comments or question if you have. Otherwise, please like the video, and I'm going to see you in the next video with a different concept. Thanks for watching.